Have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put in, life just keeps throwing obstacles your way? It can seem like you're locked in a never-ending struggle against forces beyond your control. But what if the key to overcoming these challenges isn't about pushing harder, but instead shifting how you perceive and engage with the world? This is where the timeless wisdom of Stoicism becomes invaluable. Far from being a rigid, abstract philosophy, Stoicism provides a practical framework for cultivating resilience, clarity, and inner peace in the face of life's uncertainties. Imagine having the ability to approach every situation with calmness and confidence, not because you control everything, but because you understand what is truly within your power to change. Stoicism equips us with a mental toolkit for navigating adversity and living a more meaningful life. Today, we're going to explore the profound impact of this philosophy, breaking down its core principles and discovering how they can help us develop strength, wisdom, and a sense of purpose. From learning to release what we cannot control to embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, Stoicism teaches us to channel our energy into what truly matters, unlocking a path to a more fulfilling existence. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or simply curious about how to move through life with greater ease and intention, you're in the right place. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth as we uncover the transformative lessons of Stoicism and how they can help us not just survive, but thrive in an ever-changing world. And if you're ready to embrace these powerful insights and become part of a community that values wisdom and action, don't forget to subscribe and stay with us for every step of this exploration. You won't want to miss the invaluable lessons ahead. Finding balance in life means understanding the limits of our control and learning to operate within them. Aristotle, for instance, described courage as the midpoint between recklessness and cowardice. True bravery is not about rushing into danger without thought, nor is it about avoiding challenges altogether. It is about knowing when to act and when to hold back, using wisdom as a guide. Psychologically, this idea aligns with Carl Jung's concept of individuation, the process of becoming our true selves. A crucial part of this journey is recognizing what we have the power to change and accepting what lies beyond our influence. Jung famously stated that we cannot change anything unless we first accept it. This acceptance isn't about passivity or surrender. Rather, it is about facing reality so that we can channel our energy effectively. Plato, another foundational philosopher, also explored this concept. In his allegory of the cave, he suggests that most people fixate on fleeting illusions, shadows on a wall, rather than turning to see the source of light, the deeper truths they can actually grasp. Understanding what is within our control and what is not is a theme that transcends Stoicism and resonates across Western philosophy and modern psychology alike. At its core, the dichotomy of control teaches us that while we cannot dictate external events, we have complete authority over our perceptions and responses. By choosing to see obstacles as opportunities to cultivate patience, creativity, and resilience, we fundamentally alter our experience of the world. This shift in mindset empowers us to face uncertainty with composure and focus our energy on battles we can truly influence. This perspective also invites deep reflection on our attachments, how they shape our peace of mind and emotional well-being. Much of our inner turmoil arises from clinging to things that are inherently unstable and impermanent. Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that our distress comes not from external events themselves, but from our perceptions and attachments to them. As he put it, we are not disturbed by things, but by our interpretations of them. This realization is profoundly liberating. It means we can reshape our outlook, detaching from the need for external validation or material possessions. Marcus Aurelius reinforced this idea with his reminder to remain indifferent to what makes no real difference. This wisdom directs us to focus our energy on what truly matters, our character, virtues, and how we relate to others, rather than being consumed by fleeting concerns like status or wealth. By embracing this perspective, we unlock a way of living that is both peaceful and powerful. It teaches us to conserve our energy for what truly deserves our attention, cultivating inner harmony as we move through life's challenges with resilience and purpose. Seneca wrote extensively about the fleeting nature of life and the danger of tying our happiness to external circumstances. When we become overly attached to material possessions, social status, or the approval of others, we hand over our peace of mind to forces beyond our control. This dependency inevitably leads to frustration and suffering. Expanding on this idea, Aristotle introduced the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or true well-being. For him, real happiness wasn't found in wealth or admiration, but in living virtuously and realizing our full potential. Plato similarly urged us to distinguish between superficial appearances and deeper truths. In his dialogues, he contrasts the transient, ever-changing world with the eternal world of forms, emphasizing that chasing fleeting pleasures is like mistaking shadows for reality. True fulfillment comes from seeking wisdom and aligning with higher principles. Modern psychology echoes these insights. Carl Jung explored the unconscious mind and observed how our suppressed emotions and unacknowledged aspects of ourselves often manifest in external attachments. By confronting and integrating these hidden parts, we become more whole and less reliant on external validation for our sense of self-worth. So, how do we apply this wisdom in our lives today? It means engaging with the world fully, cherishing relationships, pursuing meaningful work, and appreciating life's experiences without becoming dependent on them for our happiness. When we recognize life's impermanence, we gain a paradoxical sense of freedom, the ability to enjoy everything deeply while remaining unattached. By embracing this Stoic principle, we cultivate an inner stability that isn't easily shaken by life's inevitable ups and downs. We learn to live with an open heart, appreciating life's gifts, while understanding that our true source of peace lies within. Stop clinging to the opinions of others. In today's world, where social media and societal expectations amplify the need for external approval, it's easy to get caught in the trap of defining ourselves through the opinions of others. Whether it's the number of likes on a post or the validation of colleagues and peers, many people unknowingly tie their self-worth to external validation. But Stoicism offers a powerful antidote to this mindset, reminding us of a crucial truth. Our sense of inner peace and self-respect must come from within. Epictetus, known for his practical wisdom, emphasized that we suffer not because of external events, but because of our judgments about them. When we allow others' opinions to dictate our self-esteem, we surrender control over our emotions to forces we cannot predict or influence. Instead, Epictetus urges us to focus on what is within our control, our actions, thoughts, and responses. Marcus Aurelius, who as a Roman emperor faced constant scrutiny, reinforced this idea. He reminded himself to remain indifferent to both praise and criticism, understanding that basing one's worth on public opinion is a recipe for inner turmoil. By detaching from the need for approval, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and gain the ability to act in alignment with our values rather than external expectations. Embracing this Stoic principle allows us to navigate life with confidence and authenticity. When we stop chasing approval and instead focus on our own integrity, we develop an unshakable inner foundation, one that no fleeting opinion or external judgment can disrupt. For Marcus Aurelius, true tranquility was found in living according to reasoned judgment and aligning one's actions with virtue, regardless of praise or criticism. Seneca echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that real freedom comes from detaching oneself from the fleeting opinions of the crowd. He encouraged self-reflection and integrity over reliance on the ever-changing judgments of others. From a broader philosophical standpoint, Aristotle argued that a well-lived life is rooted in virtue and ethical conduct. While he acknowledged the importance of community and external goods, he maintained that true fulfillment, eudaimonia, comes from living rationally and virtuously rather than seeking validation from others. Similarly, Plato urged us to look beyond superficial approval and societal expectations. His philosophy suggests that living in alignment with higher truths is far more rewarding and stable than chasing public opinion. Modern psychology supports these ideas as well. Carl Jung's concept of individuation, the process of becoming one's true self, emphasizes the importance of separating our identity from external influences. He proposed that true personal growth requires integrating all aspects of ourselves, even those that may not conform to societal expectations. This journey towards self-actualization allows us to live authentically and develop a deeper sense of fulfillment. So, how do we apply this wisdom in everyday life? By grounding ourselves in our values and principles, we can appreciate others' perspectives without relying on them for self-worth. Instead of allowing external judgments to dictate our emotions, we learn to consult our inner compass. Feedback from others can be valuable, but our true sense of self must be anchored in something deeper, our integrity and purpose. Stop clinging to outcomes and ideas. At the heart of this lesson lies the recognition that life is inherently unpredictable. No matter how carefully we plan or how much effort we put in, the future always holds uncertainty. The Stoics understood this well and encouraged a mindset of detachment from specific outcomes, focusing instead on the process itself. This doesn't mean we should lower our ambitions or stop caring about results. Rather, it's about understanding the boundaries of our control. Epictetus highlighted this distinction by teaching that while our intentions, actions, and attitudes are within our power, external outcomes often are not. When we internalize this principle, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and anxiety. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the nature of change in his meditations, urging himself to accept life's unpredictability with grace. He reminded us that the universe is in constant flux, and that resisting this natural order only leads to suffering. Instead, he advocated for a flexible approach, one where we put in our best effort but remain open to the twists and turns of fate. By embracing this perspective, we cultivate resilience and adaptability. We learn to measure success not by rigid expectations, but by the sincerity of our efforts and the wisdom we gain along the way. This shift in mindset enables us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease, accepting change not as an obstacle, but as an essential part of growth and fulfillment. By embracing this perspective, we cultivate resilience. Ajustei o texto para manter a essência, mas com uma abordagem renovada e mais aprofundada. Se quiser mais refinamentos ou alguma modificação específica, me avise. Expanding this view to a broader philosophical context, Aristotle introduces the concept of potentiality and actuality, emphasizing that while we should strive for excellence, what he calls arete, the outcome of our efforts is never entirely in our hands. If we focus solely on external results, we set ourselves up for disappointment, missing the deeper fulfillment that comes from virtuous action itself. Similarly, Plato encourages us to pursue truth, goodness, and beauty, recognizing that while perfection may be unattainable in the material world, the pursuit of higher ideals enriches our journey. From a modern psychological standpoint, Carl Jung speaks to the necessity of individuation, the process of embracing our unique path and becoming our truest selves. This journey is inherently unpredictable and cannot be dictated by rigid expectations or societal validation. True growth emerges from self-discovery and the willingness to embrace uncertainty as an essential part of life's unfolding narrative. So how do we integrate this Stoic wisdom into our daily lives? By shifting our focus from obsessing over results to valuing the integrity of our actions and intentions. This mindset doesn't mean we stop caring about outcomes. It means we recognize that real fulfillment comes from being fully engaged in the present moment, embracing each step of the journey with awareness and commitment. When we release our attachment to specific outcomes, we cultivate adaptability, resilience, and openness to life's infinite possibilities. We begin to find joy and meaning in the process itself, in our personal growth, in the lessons we learn, and in the way we navigate challenges. This perspective empowers us to meet uncertainty with confidence and equanimity, allowing us to embrace each moment with presence and inner stability rather than fear or frustration. Ultimately, this Stoic principle teaches us not only to endure life's storms, but to dance in the rain, to embrace every experience with courage and grace. Your personal journey is unique, filled with challenges, victories, and moments of transformation. By applying these timeless Stoic teachings, you equip yourself with a powerful inner compass, one that leads you toward peace, strength, and wisdom, no matter what lies ahead. Thank you for being part of this journey with Stoic Journal. Your engagement and curiosity enrich our shared pursuit of wisdom and self-mastery. If you're eager to continue exploring the art of living well, be sure to check out the recommended videos on the screen. Keep nurturing your mind, cultivating your virtues, and walking your path with purpose. The best chapters of your journey are still to come. Stay curious, stay resilient, and keep growing.